Hi, everybody. I hope you're all well. For my British subscribers, I hope you're all having a lovely 4-day bank holiday weekend. And my other subscribers, whatever you are doing, whether you are watching the Jubilee celebrations or if, like me, you still have to work and watch out of the corner of your eye, I hope you are all having a good time. I decided not to make a video or say anything yesterday out of respect for Her Majesty the Queen and the British people. The day was about Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, and not about YouTube or Harry and Meghan or anyone else for that matter. Yet now that the royals had all arrived at St. Paul's Cathedral for the national service of Thanksgiving, my main interest in the Jubilee is very much over, although I know the party is only starting for the British nation with the big concert and the luncheons, etc., etc. Thursday's Trooping the Colour was, as always, magnificent. It is something I always loved watching. But of course, this year was somewhat bittersweet, wasn't it? Of course, I'm just a normal mom and grandmother, and of course, I was as happy and excited to see that William and Catherine decided to bring the kiddies for their first carriage ride as anyone else. Catherine, of course, looked wonderful in her white outfit, as always, but I think for once the children overshadowed their mother. But wow, that balcony appearances. As you may know, the Queen and the Duke of Kent came out alone at first, which I thought was very appropriate. The day was, after all about her. Yet this was the sad part for me. The Queen looked in good spirits and quite strong, but the poor Duke of Kent looked rather poorly, saluting the armed forces as they left the parade. That, my dear friends, is service and respect. What a wonderful man who actually deserves our respect. And I truly wish him lots of love, peace, and with a full heart, a lot of respect. Of course, there is the realization that this could very well be the last time we'll see both or either the Queen or the Duke of Kent on the balcony at a Trooping the Colour. Obviously, I'm hoping that it will not be the case, but as my gran always said, they are living on borrowed time. It is sad, but unfortunately true. May God bless them both. Then, of course, we have the second balcony appearance, and what can we say about that which has not been said yet? Charles, Anne, and William looked absolutely splendid in their uniforms. But again, it was little Louis who obviously stole the show. His excitement knew no boundaries, and I just loved how he kept chatting to the Queen and how she was pointing things out to him. It shows the human side of the royals, doesn't it? But spare me a minute to gush about the Wessexes again. Goodness, Sophie and her children, which includes my favorite, Lady Louise, looked so beautiful. And of course, Prince Edward was his dapper self. And please excuse me, but I have to gush for a moment longer and mention how beautiful Sophie and Louise both looked arriving at St. Paul's Cathedral. Louise is tall, and as her face matures, she is really becoming rather beautiful. And dare I say, the way she carries herself is rather regal. Louise is really, in my opinion, a lovely compliment to her parents and their parenting skills. I also watched the Queen lighting the first of the beacon lights. She obviously loved it, and it was good to see her smile. Yes, I know you are all waiting for me to say something about Harry and Meghan, something I really did not wish to do this weekend, but how can I not? Well, here is a funny story to start off with. I left a comment on someone's Instagram page saying something like, wait for it, Megan will appear at a window wearing something very obvious and likely with a kid on the hip and one peering over the windowsill. Well, not much longer, and there she was, wearing the strangest lopsided big hat with a huge, huge bow. Goodness, that hat and bow was likely noticeable from outer space, but like always, she wasn't with her own children, but Peter Phillips's daughter and Mike and Zara's daughters. Anyway, the true clown moment for me came when they left the castle. Now we know how scared poor Harry is of London, so scared that he had to go to court to get Met Royal security. Well, it is my guess we won't hear about the case ever again because we were told that they were indeed given a ride in a bulletproof vehicle from the airport and security along with their private and rented in security consisting of retired Special Forces members. Well, how laughable, knowing that only days earlier the Queen herself attended the flower show in a very open, yet fancy, golf cart. But guys, that's not the joke. Leaving Buckingham Palace, dear old Meghan just could not abide with being semi-invisible anymore and rolled down her window. So much for bulletproof cars, the very dangerous London, etc. Or maybe old Harry had something rotten to eat and she just could not stand the stench inside the vehicle anymore. Who knows? I don't know about you guys, but I was a little surprised that they did not take Archie and Little Bit to the palace. But as they left alone, I guess they left the kiddies at Frogmore with the nannies and the 12 special forces guys. But anyway, guys, I hope you'll forgive me if I shut up now about the Harkles. We'll pick up on that commentary on the Harkles again next week. But now I prefer to try and stay positive, okay? As those of you who have been following me for a while will know, I'm rather fangirl of the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, and over time I have gained a lot of respect for her husband, Sir Timothy. But this time round it was Mike and Zara Tyndall who had slowly gained my respect. One only needs to follow Mike Tyndall's Instagram page to see that behind all the jokes and fun, there is actually a man who loves his family and who has a great deal of love and respect for his wife's family and obviously the Queen. Zara looked absolutely stunning on Thursday and again on Friday for the Thanksgiving service. And then we really need to give Beatrice credit for the role she played these last few weeks. Although it got very little attention on social media, Beatrice has attended numerous functions in the prelude to the Jubilee, and each time she looked beautiful and behaved impeccably. It may not be a very popular opinion, but as far as I am concerned, I hope that will continue and that Beatrice will be called on more often to do royal duties. She is a beautiful woman, very intelligent, well educated, and with her husband Edo, they make a lovely couple. Edo also has the background which make him the ideal person to accompany Beatrice to any royal event. So, guys, that is my basic summary and opinion of the last few days' royal events. I have a few conversations going on in the background, and next week we'll go back to normal with regular videos. And I promise you, I have some deep dives and some background stories for you. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.